Electric cars are not some far-off future technology anymore. They are on our roads right now, and more are coming every single day. Yet, a lot of confusion still surrounds them. So, what exactly is an electric vehicle, or EV? In simple terms, it is a car that uses one or more electric motors for power instead of a gasoline engine. Most people think of a BV when they hear the term EV. A BEV is a battery electric vehicle. It runs 100% on electricity stored in a large battery pack. You plug it in to charge it, just like your phone. No gas tanks, no oil changes, no tailpipes. It is the purest form of electric driving. But there are more types. PHEVs, plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, a bridge between two worlds. Battery, electric motor. Typically 20 to 50 miles on pure electricity. Great for daily commutes, great for running errands around town. Small gasoline engine kicks in when needed. One of the biggest draws for many people is the lower cost to run an electric car. Think about your weekly trips to the gas station. With an EV, those trips are gone. You charge up at home, often overnight when electricity rates can be cheaper. The cost per mile for electricity is almost always lower than the cost per mile for gasoline. For example, driving 1,000 miles might cost you $150 in gas, but it could cost as little as $40 in electricity. Over a year, that adds up to serious savings. It is like getting a massive discount on fuel every single day you drive your car. Beyond fuel, EVs also save you money on maintenance. A gasoline engine is a complex machine with hundreds of moving parts. It needs regular oil changes, spark plug replacements, new belts. An electric motor is much simpler. It has very few moving parts. This means there is far less to wear out or break. You can say goodbye to oil changes, exhaust system, repairs, transmission fluid checks. Despite their many benefits, electric cars are not without their challenges. The first and most significant hurdle for many buyers is the higher upfront purchase price. Batteries are the most expensive component of an EV. Their cost directly translates to a higher sticker price compared to a similar-sized gasoline car. Government incentives can help reduce this initial cost. Tax credits can help too. The fact remains that you often have to pay more to get into an EV. Prices are steadily coming down as battery technology improves. Manufacturing is scaling up. But for now, the initial investment is a major consideration for many households and a barrier for some buyers. The second major concern is range, and the range anxiety that comes with it. This is the fear that your battery will run out of charge before you reach your destination, leaving you stranded. Most modern EVs offer a range of 250 miles to 350 miles on a full charge. That's more than enough for daily driving. But it's generally less than what you get from a full tank of gas. Very cold weather can reduce range. Driving at high speeds can reduce range. Towing a trailer reduces range too. Long road trips in an EV require more careful planning than in a gas car. Charging time and the availability of charging stations present another practical challenge. Fast chargers can bring a battery to 80% in about 20 to 40 minutes, but it's still a significant stop. Let's break down the comparison into a simple, direct look at how these two types of cars stack up in the areas that matter most to a driver. When it comes to the cost to power your vehicle, the EV almost always wins. Electricity, especially when you charge at home, is consistently cheaper per mile than gasoline. A gas car driver might spend over $100 a month on fuel, while an EV driver might spend less than half of that on their electric bill. This ongoing saving is one of the most compelling financial arguments for making the switch to an electric vehicle for your daily transportation needs. Now, let's consider the initial purchase price. Here, the gasoline car usually has the clear advantage. For a comparable size and class of vehicle, the gas-powered version is typically thousands of dollars cheaper to buy off the lot. The complex and material-intensive battery pack in an EV is the main reason for this price difference. While government incentives can help to close this gap, the upfront cost remains a significant barrier for many potential EV buyers. What about maintenance and upkeep? In this category, the electric car pulls ahead again. An EV has far fewer moving parts in its powertrain. There is no oil to change, no spark plugs to replace, no exhaust system to rust out. and no complex transmission to service. This simplicity translates directly into lower maintenance costs over the life of the car. A gasoline car with its internal combustion engine requires a steady schedule of routine service to keep it running properly. These frequent visits for oil changes, fluid checks, and filter replacements add up in both time and money over the years of ownership. An electric vehicle can be a fantastic choice, but it shines brightest under certain conditions. The most important factor is your ability to charge at home. A garage, a driveway, a dedicated parking spot owning an EV becomes incredibly simple and convenient. You can plug your car in when you get home from work and wake up every morning with a full tank of energy. This eliminates most charging hassles for day-to-day driving. Next, take a realistic look at your daily driving habits. Most Americans drive less than 40 miles per day. A modern EV with a range of 250 miles or more can handle that with ease. Daily commute, school runs, errands. An EV is perfectly suited for the predictable patterns of city and suburban driving. It excels in stop-and-go traffic, regenerative braking recaptures energy, and improves efficiency. Your long-term financial outlook also plays a big role. If you plan to keep your car many years and drive a significant number of miles, savings on fuel and maintenance accumulate over time. The more you drive, the faster you will recoup that initial investment. For a high-mileage commuter, total cost over 5 or 10 years can be lower than a comparable gasoline car. This is especially true if you care about insulating yourself from gasoline price swings. While electric cars are a great fit for many, a traditional gasoline-powered car remains the better and more practical option for a significant number of drivers. One common reason to stick with gas is if you frequently drive long distances, especially through rural areas where charging stations are few and far between. If your job requires you to travel hundreds of miles a day to unpredictable locations, or if you love taking spontaneous, long road trips, the convenience of the vast and reliable gas station network is hard to beat. The ability to refuel in 5 minutes and get back on the road provides a level of freedom and flexibility that EVs cannot yet match. Another major roadblock for many potential EV owners is the lack of access to home charging. If you live in an apartment building, a condo with a shared parking garage, or a home with only street parking, charging an EV can become a major logistical challenge. Relying solely on public charging stations can be inconvenient, time-consuming, and more expensive than charging at home. Until charging solutions for multi-unit dwellings become more widespread and accessible, a gasoline car, which can be refueled at any nearby station, is often the far more practical and stress-free choice for renters and city dwellers without a dedicated parking spot. The upfront purchase price is another critical factor. If your budget is tight and you need the most affordable transportation option available right now, a gasoline car will almost always be the winner. For many individuals and families, coming up with the extra thousands of dollars for an electric model simply is not feasible, even if they might save money in the long run. If you are considering making the switch to an electric vehicle, a little bit of homework can make the decision much clearer. First, get a real sense of your daily driving needs. For 1 week, track how many miles you actually drive each day. Do not just guess. You might be surprised at how low the number is. Once you have that daily average, add a generous buffer for unexpected trips. If that total number is still well under half of the advertised range of the EV you are considering, then range anxiety should not be a major concern for your typical week. This simple exercise provides a solid foundation for your decision. Next, investigate your charging options at home. This is the most crucial step. Can you install a level 2 charger? In your garage, or in your driveway? Even access to a standard 110-volt wall outlet, known as Level 1 charging, can be enough for drivers with shorter commutes. It can add about 40 to 50 miles of range overnight. If you live in an apartment, talk to your building management about installing chargers. Some cities have right-to-charge rules that can help. Some states have right-to-charge laws too. Understanding your home charging situation before you buy is absolutely essential for a positive ownership experience. Nothing beats first-hand experience, so make sure you test drive an EV. Pay attention to the feeling of instant acceleration. Pay attention to the quietness of the cabin, and pay attention to the unique experience of one-pedal driving.